I'm Anil Kumar. In this series, I'll discuss few questions based on polynomial functions. You'll find them very useful for your test and also when you prepare for the new SAT. Now, they have been designed to teach you the method of learning, how to solve these questions, and also provide you with tips to answer them in few seconds. The question here is, cubic polynomial equation can be written in standard form as ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d equals to 0. If 2 minus 3 and 4 are the roots of this equation, find the value of b, that is coefficient of x squared. So we have given 4 choices. Now let me solve it in a general way so that you get the formula also. So I'll provide general solution here first. And let us assume that the roots are x1, x2 and x3. Okay, so there are 3 roots for this polynomial function, and I'll provide you with a general formula which will help you answer such questions quickly. So if these are the roots, then the function will be x minus x1 times x minus x2 times x minus x3, correct? Now let's expand. To expand, I will actually apply distributive property on the first 2 factors. So x times x squared gives us x times x gives us x squared, then we get minus x x2, then we get minus x x1 and plus x1 x2. Now that should be multiplied by the third factor, x minus x3. So you should get, now multiplying, we get x cubed minus x squared x2 minus x squared x1, and here you get plus x times x1 x2. Now with minus x3, when you multiply, you get minus x squared x3. Let me write here, minus and minus becomes plus x times x2 x3. Then again it becomes plus x times x1 x3, and here you get minus x1 x2 x3, right? Product of all 3. Now if you combine the like terms, you will get, let me do that, x cubed. Let's look into the coefficients of x squared now. So let's take minus x squared common, and we get x2, x1 and x3. So let me write them in order. It could be written as x1 plus x2 plus x3. And then we have product, right, with x. So if x is a common, then we get x1 x2 plus x2 x3 plus x1 x3. And the last term is minus x1 x2 x3, correct? Now that is a general expression for any given roots. So we have taken these 3 real roots. Now you can see that the coefficients of b, which is x squared, is basically this, provided we actually divide by a, right? So the only difference between the given equation and the equation we have is kind of like this. Let's take this out. So what I will do here, I will just take a common. So if I take a common, then we are left with x cubed plus b over a x squared plus c over a x plus d over a, right? Okay, so that is what we are left with. And you can now compare that the coefficient of x squared is minus of this. Do you see that? That is how they're linked. So this is the coefficient which is linked with a negative sign, of course, right? This plus and that negative. So from here, you conclude that sum of these 3 roots. Now x1 for us is actually 2, x2 is minus 3, and x3 is 4. So when you add these, then you get b over a with a negative sign. Perfect. So from this we get a formula that minus b over a. So b over a is equal to the product, the sum of these two, right? Minus b over a is sum of these. So which is equal to 2 plus minus 3 plus 4. Correct? So the coefficient of b could be, so b could be minus a times all this when you add them. So you get 2 plus 4 as 6, 6 minus 3 as 3. So it is basically a multiple of 3 depending on the value of a. You get an idea, right? Depending on the value of a. Now, if you take x1, x2, x3, a is going to be 1. So in this case, we know a is 1, correct? We know in this case, a is 1. So substituting a equals to 1, we get b equals to minus 3. So we get b equals to minus 3. And therefore, the option C is the correct option. Correct? So that is how you get your answer. So I hope the steps are absolutely clear. In general, remember that the relation between the coefficients is kind of given here, which, let me summarize here, that the coefficient of b is sum of the roots themselves times minus a, right? So in case we assume a equals to 1, in that case, if I say if a equals to 1, then b is equals to negative value of x1 plus x2 plus x3. And we can write c as equal to sum product of these, right? C as positive, right? C as x1, x2 plus x1, x3 plus x2, x3, correct? And the value of d will be negative of product of these factors, roots I should say, okay? So that is how you can actually link the coefficients of a cubic function with the given roots, right? So I hope now it is absolutely clear. So I'll give you another practice test question in which include one of these. I hope that helps. Feel free to share my videos, and if you like and subscribe, that'd be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.